Hey y'all, Rip One Outdoors here. Let's take a little ride. Another beautiful day. Looks like it may be coming up a shower, but hopefully it won't get us. Got a little traffic here today, but they won't be a problem to us. Got my mirrors on here. I'll be watching. Get us a little cruising speed here. About 15, 16 miles per hour. It's about what we typically run. Them clouds are getting a little baggy up there though. Don't have an umbrella, but it ain't gonna melt me. Be okay. So we're on the Magicycle Cruiser. Don't have a lot to choose from when I go out bike riding. This is all I got. Bought it myself. Really enjoying it. This old railroad here, can't hardly see it here, but it's going that way. That used to go to NASA. They don't use this railroad anymore. Going north, it passed up behind the house, joined up with Highway 11 there in Nicholson. This is our old place here, y'all. There's a few horses and a little old, I guess you call it a donkey or jackass or whatever, and I'm not trying to be ugly, but that's what's there. But on the left here, this was our old place, and I say old place, it's where I was born at in 1961, or I'm sorry, 1958. I'm 63 years old, but we moved away from here. And I think it was about 61. That's when the NASA testing facility moved in Hancock County, and they made all the people move. So we didn't have to move far. We just moved back over where I come from there when I come off the road. But this is the lane that went up into the old house, and there's a couple of generations that lived there. My grandpa and grandma, Albert and Elmer, they raised 13 kids there. I've got a picture that I'm gonna place in the video. But they raised 13 kids there, and it was there's a lot of memories here, and I'll talk some more about that later on other videos. But that's our old place. There's no houses over here now, because it's what they call the buffer zone. We're gonna make our way over towards Walmart. I don't know if we'll get that far or not, but we're gonna be kind of going that way. Kind of a rough, bumpy road. I really appreciate and I'm envious of you guys that make the videos, and y'all have the nice bike paths and play nice parks and everything to ride in. I'm not saying we don't have that in South Mississippi, but right here in my general area, there's no bike paths. You can get out on the highway, but I don't know if I trust some of these people riding along our text. So we ride the little country roads here. This little road leads back around by Walmart. Not many people use it, but they do get a little crazy on here now and then. Just kicked up on a pedal assist of 6. This bike has like 7 levels of pedal assist. I don't use but just a couple of settings on it. Whenever I go take off, I use the throttle. It's right here on my right hand. But I use the throttle when I take off, and I get it up to cruising speed, and then I pedal. And I pedal everywhere. I always pedal. Now we're on the Ridge Road. Not sure why they call it Ridge Road. It's not a ridge. This is all flat country. South Mississippi don't have ridges hardly. But that's what the name of it was. Ridge Road. Goes back up towards Walmart. Got the airport out that way. But we love to ride it. Just cruise along. I was telling you about the old place over there. You know, when I was a young'un, we had a bike. If we didn't have one, Mom and Daddy, they bought us a bike. But we didn't get bikes every Christmas like the kids do nowadays. We got one bike. After we wore it out, we had to build one. We built one from parts that we found in people. We swap out things and go to the dump, pick up parts of a bicycle. We'd build one. Any of y'all ever done that? But summertime come, our summer break, and Mama, she didn't want us laying up around her feet there at the house, so she encouraged us to get out and go walking. Go walking or playing around, or get on the bikes and go riding. We'd go riding a lot. Check and see where that car went. So we go riding a lot, and we ride out in these old backwoods here. And back then, people had free range cows. One man in particular that I knew, he had a bunch of cows out in the woods, and everybody had their cows marked so they could keep up with whose cows who. Whenever we used to ride, we liked to ride down in these backwoods. Well, the woods was full of cows. When we'd pass some of them cows out in the edge of the woods there, they'd take after us and run us. Well, we didn't know. We didn't know any better. We didn't know what they was running us for. We thought they was trying to run over us. And we would pedal as fast as we could. We'd run till our tongue hung out, trying to get away from them. As far as I remember, we never got run over. But we asked Daddy sometime, Daddy, why is them cows running after us when we pass them on our bicycles? And he told us, he said, boys, he said, them cows ain't trying to hurt y'all. He said, they hungry. They think y'all got something to give them. Well, not long after that, down there riding around, and I seen a man had an old black, I think it was an old Dodge truck, had it loaded down with bread, and he would bring bread from these old bakeries down here, and it would be stale, but he'd haul it out there and dump it out and give it to his cows. We called them rake straws because, hey, them cows didn't have no pasture, and they would just scratch around in the straw in the woods there and scratch up something to eat. But they managed. So we found out after that, we'd riding around, we'd see them cows, they'd take after us again. Well, we didn't feel so bad about it then. Once we figured out they wasn't out to run us down and try to hurt us. They just wanted something to eat. They thought we had something to eat. So that was the experience that I can share with you. When I was young, and we used to ride bicycles out in these woods. Maybe some of y'all might have had the same experience, I don't know. So we cruising along, watching our batteries. I didn't charge my battery. Been a couple days since I charged it. I'm down to 66%, but we should be good. But as we said, it's a pretty day. Easing on up Ridge Road. Maybe cruise on up to Walmart. Pick up a few nabs, a few things there. This bike's got these big fat tires, they call it. 26-inch bike. I think the tires are, the outer diameter of them is about 28 inches. I appreciate that man slowing down. But you can hear them tires singing. Especially we fixing to hit what I call the city of Picayune blacktop here. You'll hear them singing pretty good. I tell you, I love this bike. This bike, it means a lot to me. It's done a lot for me since I've got it. I first saw one of them at a little water park down here, McLeod. And there's a man and woman had one of them, or they had, each one had one, and they was riding them around, and I said, hey, I think I'm gonna check into something like that. First thing I saw was the price. I'm like, holy moly, man, I don't know about that. But you know what? The more I looked at it, the more I wanted one of them. And I pulled the trigger. It's a Chinese company. They all come from China. But not long after I ordered it, they sent me a tracking number. In a couple weeks I received it. Packaged real good, everything was good. Most of it was put together. I had to put the front wheel and the handlebars on, that was it. It's been real good, 52 volt. It's done a lot for me as far as exercise, getting out and riding. Some say it's cheating. Well, I don't know about that. People can say what they want. I just know I enjoy riding it. I don't care if you're throttling, I don't care if you're pedaling. It doesn't matter to me a bit. You get out in nature and you're not stuck up in a recliner somewhere. Hey, if y'all would, y'all like and subscribe. And we're gonna stop this video.